To hear this and many more audiobooks not available on YouTube in a podcast feed, please visit the first link in the description below, and thank you for your support. China's Political System by Yin Zhongqing, translated by Wang Pingxing. Published in 2010. Forward. Through its reform and opening up to the outside world, China has worked an economic miracle and boosted its comprehensive strength, enhancing its standing in the international community. As more and more people around the world are eager to know and understand China, we have compiled the China series, aiming to provide a shortcut for readers to get the basic facts about this country. The 12 titles in this series cover China's geography, history, politics, economy, culture, law, diplomacy, national defense, and society, as well as its science, technology, and education, its environment, and its ethnic groups and religions. These writings will help readers acquire a basic knowledge of China. It is our hope that this series will enable readers to get a general idea about China, Chinese history, culture, and civilization, which is the oldest continuous major civilization in the world. China's basic conditions, the world's largest developing country with a huge population, a country that is developing unevenly on a poor economic base. In light of these conditions, China is following its own path to sustainable development while learning from other civilizations, and China's future. Led by the Chinese Communist Party, the Chinese people are focusing their efforts on economic development and carrying on reform and opening up. They are building a harmonious society in their own country and working for a harmonious world with lasting peace and common prosperity. We expect that through these books, our readers will begin a new journey of discovery, understanding China. January 2010. Preface. The political system covers many fields, and the political systems of different countries vary greatly. The political system of contemporary China includes the form of state structure, the electoral system, the system of people's congresses, the system of the state presidency, the system of administration, the judiciary system, the military system, the system of multi-party cooperation and political consultation, and the system of grassroots democracy. Historically, China was, for the most part in terms of space and time, under a system of unitary government. Since the founding of the People's Republic in 1949, China has constantly improved its system of regional autonomy for ethnic minorities. As China resumed the exercise of sovereignty over Hong Kong and Macau, a system of special administrative region has been established in the two regions. Now, China has evolved into a unitary state with some composite elements. All power in the People's Republic of China belongs to the people. The people administer state affairs and manage economic, cultural, and social affairs through various channels and in various ways in accordance with the provisions of law. Grassroots democracy in China comprises self-governance of villagers in rural areas, self-governance of residents in urban areas, and democratic management of enterprises. Under China's electoral system, all citizens of China who have reached the age of 18 have the right to vote and stand for election, regardless of nationality, race, sex, occupation, family background, religious belief, education, property status, or length of residence, except persons deprived of political rights according to law. The state power of China is based on the system of people's congresses. The National People's Congress and local people's congresses at various levels are organs of state power. The President of the People's Republic of China is its head of state. The State Council and local people's governments at various levels are organs of state administration. The Supreme People's Court, local people's courts at various levels, and special people's courts are the judicial organs of the state. The Supreme People's Procuratoriate, the local people's procuratoriates at various levels, and special people's procuratoriates, are the procuratorial organs of the state. The Central Military Commission directs the armed forces of the country. The National People's Congress and local people's congresses at various levels constitute respectively the core of state power at the national and local levels. All administrative, judicial, and procuratorial organs of the state are created by the people's congresses to which they are responsible and under whose supervision they operate. Led by the Communist Party of China, the Chinese people founded the People's Republic of China. Since the founding of New China, the Communist Party of China has been the ruling party, playing the role of core leadership in state affairs through cooperation and political consultation with other democratic parties. The structure of the state. The People's Republic was founded in 1949. As a unitary nation of multiple ethnic groups, the People's Republic is a unitary sovereign state consisting of a number of administrative divisions and has instituted the system of regional autonomy for ethnic minorities and the system of special administrative region in some parts of the country. The present structure of the state is stipulated in the Constitution of the People's Republic of China, the Law on Regional Autonomy for Ethnic Minorities, the Basic Law of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region, and the Basic Law of the Macau Special Administrative Region. The Administrative Division and Local Governments. In accordance with the Constitution, the Administrative Division of China is as follows. 1. The country is divided into provinces, autonomous regions, and municipalities directly under the central government. 2. The provinces and autonomous regions are divided into autonomous prefectures, counties, autonomous counties, and cities. 3. Counties and autonomous counties are divided into townships, ethnic minority townships, and towns. Municipalities directly under the central government and other large cities are divided into districts and counties. Administrative divisions of the People's Republic of China. To see this chart, please consult the text, page 5. Autonomous prefectures are divided into counties, autonomous counties, and cities. All autonomous regions, autonomous prefectures, and autonomous counties are ethnic autonomous areas. In present-day China, there are 4 levels of local government: the provincial, prefecture, county, and township governments. The current provincial administrative divisions include 23 provinces, 5 autonomous regions, 4 municipalities directly under the central government, and 2 special administrative regions. Since China began the reform and opening to the outside world in 1978, there has been a new administrative division, namely the sub-provincial division between the province and the prefecture. Currently, the sub-provincial divisions include the 4 special economic zones of Shenzhen, Zhuhai, Shantou, and Xiamen, as well as some other large cities approved by the State Council. China has a land area of 9.6 million square kilometers and a population of about 1,328,000,000. Its administrative divisions vary greatly in terms of area and population. For instance, among the provinces, autonomous regions, and municipalities directly under the central government, Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region covers an area of 1.6 million square kilometer, while Shanghai Municipality only 6,200 square kilometers. The most populous province of Henan has 99.18 million people, while Tibet Autonomous Region's population is merely 2.87 million. The localities had been different in their political, economic, and cultural development, and so they still remain. Sidebar: National flag and national emblem of the People's Republic of China. The national flag of the People's Republic of China is a red flag with 5 stars. The red color is the symbol of revolution, while the 5 stars and their relations signify the great unity of the Chinese people under the leadership of the Communist Party of China. The yellow color of the 5 stars represents brightness in the red field, and a tip of each of the 4 small stars pointing to the central point of the big star, symbolizes the unity around a center. The national emblem of the People's Republic of China is Tiananmen in the center, illuminated by 5 stars and encircled by ears of grain and a cogwheel. It is the symbolism of the new democratic revolution of the Chinese people since the May 4th movement of 1919 and the founding of New China, a people's republic under the people's democratic dictatorship led by the working class and based on the alliance of workers and peasants in 1949. End of sidebar. In accordance with the Constitution and relevant laws, there is an appropriate division of functions and powers between the central and local governments, which aims to bring into full play the initiatives of local governments under the unified leadership of the central authorities. Under the centralized leadership of the state, local governments enjoy the powers to run regional affairs within their jurisdiction. In areas where the ethnic minorities live in compact communities, ethnic autonomous areas are established for the ethnic minorities to practice regional autonomy, exercising the right of autonomy by setting up organs of self-government. In accordance with the concept of one country, two systems, the 2 special administrative regions of Hong Kong and Macau implement social, political, and economic systems that are different from those in other parts of the country and exercise much greater and higher power of autonomy than ethnic autonomous areas. Ethnic autonomous areas. China has long been a multi-ethnic nation. The country's ethnic composition is determined after the identification of ethnic groups in the 1950s and the surveys of social and historical backgrounds of the ethnic groups in the 1960s. The country has 56 ethnic groups, with the Han being the largest. According to the census conducted in November 2005, the population of the Han ethnic group accounted for 1,183 million, or 90.56% of China's total population, and that of the ethnic minorities, 123 million, or 9.44% of the national total. The figures included the populations of 31 provinces, autonomous regions, and municipalities, as well as the military, but not those of Taiwan province and the 2 special administrative regions of Hong Kong and Macau. As the Hans constitute the vast majority of the population, the other 55 ethnic groups are referred to as ethnic minorities. In accordance with the Constitution, all ethnic groups in China are equal. The state protects the lawful rights and interests of the ethnic minorities and upholds and develops the relationship of equality, unity, and mutual assistance among all ethnic groups. Regional autonomy is practiced in areas where people of ethnic minorities live in compact communities. In these areas, organs of self-government are established for the exercise of the right of autonomy. All the ethnic autonomous areas are inalienable parts of the People's Republic of China. Discrimination against and oppression of any ethnic group are prohibited. Any acts that undermine the unity of the ethnic groups or instigate their succession are prohibited. Types of ethnic autonomous areas. The ethnic autonomous areas in China can be divided into 3 categories according to the density of ethnic minority population. 1. Ethnic autonomous areas established on the basis of compact communities of one ethnic minority. Among such areas are Tibet Autonomous Region and Ningxia Hui Autonomous Region at the provincial level, Yanbian Korean Autonomous Prefecture at the prefectural level in Jilin Province, and Zhongjiachuan Hui Autonomous County at the county level in Gansu Province. 2. Ethnic autonomous areas established on the basis of compact communities of a larger ethnic minority, which also include compact communities of one or more ethnic minorities that are smaller in population. For instance, Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region also includes 5 autonomous prefectures and 6 autonomous counties of ethnic minorities other than the Uyghur. Guangxi Zhuang Autonomous Region also has 10 autonomous counties of ethnic minorities other than the Zhuang. And Inner Mongolia Autonomous Region includes 3 autonomous banners of the Dar, the Orochin, and Iwenki ethnic groups. 3. Ethnic autonomous areas established jointly on the compact communities of two or more ethnic minorities. For instance, Jiangxi, Tujia, and Miao Autonomous Prefecture in Hunan Province, and Haishi Mongolian, Tibetan, and Kazakh Autonomous Prefecture in Qinghai Province. Ethnic autonomous areas also have a considerable Han population, which, in many cases, is even greater than that of ethnic minorities. Therefore, ethnic autonomous areas also include some Han communities. The administrative division of an ethnic autonomous area is decided in principle by the size of its geographical area and population. In accordance with the Constitution, ethnic autonomous areas fall into three categories: autonomous regions, autonomous prefectures, and autonomous counties, corresponding to provinces, prefectures, and counties, respectively. Ethnic minority townships and ethnic minority towns do not exercise the right of autonomy since they are not ethnic autonomous areas, but the special needs of their ethnic minority residents are also given due consideration. Composition of organs of self-government for ethnic autonomy. The organs of self-government in ethnic autonomous areas include the People's Congresses and governments of the autonomous region, autonomous prefecture, and autonomous county. As organs of state power in ethnic autonomous areas, the organs of self-government are different from organs of state power in ordinary localities in the following. 1. The chairman of an autonomous region, the prefect of an autonomous prefecture, or the head of an autonomous county shall be citizen of the minority ethnic group that exercises regional autonomy. Among the chairman and vice chairman of the Standing Committee of the People's Congress of an ethnic autonomous area shall be one or more citizens of the minority ethnic group that exercises regional autonomy. The people's governments of ethnic autonomous areas shall apply the system of giving overall responsibility to the chairman of an autonomous region, the prefect of an autonomous prefecture, or the head of an autonomous county, who shall direct the work of the people's governments at their respective levels. 2. The number and proportion of deputies to the People's Congress of an ethnic autonomous area from the minority ethnic group exercising regional autonomy and from the other minority ethnic groups shall be decided upon by the Standing Committee of the People's Congresses of a province or an autonomous region in accordance with the principles prescribed by law. 3. Other posts in the people's government of an ethnic autonomous area should, whenever possible, be assumed by people of the minority ethnic group exercising regional autonomy and of other minority ethnic groups in the area concerned. In other words, qualified personnel of minority ethnic groups have the priority in assuming government posts. The provisions above conform to the realities and historical conditions of areas inhabited by ethnic minorities, ensure due representation of ethnic minorities in the organs of self-government, and are conducive to the system of ethnic regional autonomy. The power of autonomy of the organs of self-government. The core of the system of ethnic regional autonomy lies in the fact that the organs of self-government in ethnic autonomous areas enjoy greater power of decision-making and self-government than other local organs of state power. This power of decision-making and self-government is the power to administer the internal affairs of the ethnic minority concerned. Sidebar: Ethnic autonomous areas. China has established 155 ethnic autonomous areas, including 5 provincial-level autonomous regions: Inner Mongolia Autonomous Region, Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region, Guangxi Zhuang Autonomous Region, Ningxia Hui Autonomous Region, and Tibet Autonomous Region, 30 autonomous prefectures, and 120 autonomous counties, banners. Of the 55 minority ethnic groups in China, 44 have their autonomous areas, which account for about 64% of China's land territory and 71% of the total population of ethnic minorities. As some ethnic minorities have only a small population distributed in scattered communities, which are not adequate for the establishment of an autonomous area, the Constitution provides that ethnic minority townships can be established for such ethnic minorities to exercise their right to be masters of their own destiny and manage their internal affairs. Such ethnic minority townships number more than 1,100 in China. End of sidebar. In accordance with the Constitution and the law on ethnic regional autonomy, the power of autonomy of an organ of self-government includes the following major aspects. 1. To enact regulations on the exercise of autonomy and separate regulations in light of the political, economic, and cultural characteristics of the ethnic minority or minorities in the areas concerned. The regulations on the exercise of autonomy and separate regulations of autonomous regions shall be submitted to the Standing Committee of the National People's Congress for approval before they go into effect. The regulations on the exercise of autonomy and separate regulations of autonomous prefectures and autonomous counties shall be submitted to the standing committees of the People's Congresses of provinces or autonomous regions for approval before they go into effect, and they shall be reported to the Standing Committee of the National People's Congress for the record. 2. To exercise the power of self-government in accordance with the Constitution, the law on ethnic, regional autonomy, and other laws, and implement the state's laws and policies in the light of local conditions. If a resolution, decision, order, or instruction of a state organ at a higher level does not suit the conditions in an ethnic autonomous area, the organ of self-government of the area may either implement it with certain alterations or cease implementing it after reporting to and receiving the approval of the state organ at a higher level. 3. To independently arrange for and administer local economic development and work out the guidelines, policies, and plans for economic development in the light of local characteristics and needs. 4. To independently administer the local finances. The revenues and expenditures of ethnic autonomous areas shall be specified by the State Council on the principle of giving preferential treatment to such areas. All revenues accruing to the ethnic autonomous areas under the financial system of the state shall be managed and used by the organs of self-government of these areas on their own. To hear this and many more audiobooks not available on YouTube in a podcast feed, please visit the first link in the description below, and thank you for your support.